What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing today? We've got Isaiah Enriquez, Emmanuel1231, OC Squid Girl, Cinder Clouds, Jam, John the Pikachu, Alice the Ferrothorn, Screaming Rowlet, Dynamite, Lunar Song, Sheer Cold Vanillix. Welcome to the stream, guys. How's everyone doing? So, as you can tell on the Raikou screen, I have left Raikou. I'm trying to find it again. I had to work on the decks a little bit. I'm almost there, guys. I'm at 95%, so by tomorrow's stream, if we don't have Shiny Raikou, we will have the Shiny Charm. What's up, Remy Draws? Welcome to the stream. Mike F, welcome as well. What's up? Not much, man. I've been working on the Shiny Charm all day. You know, I went from like 25% to 95%, so I'd say that's pretty good progress. Things I have left are like some of the base evolutions of stuff, because I only have a complete living dex in Gen, or not in Gen, but in Sun and Moon, or in Sun, not USUM, so I don't have a lot of the Pokemon that got added back in USUM. So there's a little bit of stuff I gotta do as far as that goes. Hopefully we can get Raikou back today, though. Did I get the charm? Not quite yet. But yeah, I used Pokemon Bank and knocked out legitimately 50% of it in a matter of like 10 minutes, and then moved my stuff from Ultramoon over. I think there's probably a few stragglers I still need to get. I know I need to get Espeon and Umbreon, just because those aren't like sitting in my living decks while they're technically part of it. So yeah, there's a few things that I can easily grab, and then there's a few more things that are just a matter of like evolutions. And also, guys, I'm gonna have to reboot the GameCube capture after this wormhole run. It is very, very delayed, which is okay for, you know, now, but alright, let's dive into this one. There we go, managed to, with all the flailing and stuff. John the Pikachu, what's going on, man? That'd be a no then, yeah. Yeah, not quite. I gotta work on that, but yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to reboot this 3DS, or not the 3DS, the Game Boy capture. 1 second, guys. Deactivate and reactivate. I don't know how or what makes it get out of sync like that, but we're all good now. It'd be funny if you hunt the Wally Ralts. That would be pretty cool, actually. Like, in a sense. Like, it'd be really cool to kind of have that one, but at the same time, it would be unfortunate due to the fact that I couldn't catch it. Like, that's essentially hunting to fail. Which, you know, whatever, that's still interesting. Fortunately, you don't have work tonight, so you can be here for the full thing. Awesome. I broke the hunt with Raikou, and I'm gonna start the count from 0 again. Nah, because there's no chain or anything. It's just the number of encounters I've done on it so far. So it's just a matter of getting back to it at this point. But yeah, I had to leave, and I would have had to leave if I got the charm anyways, because you have to go to the Game Freak office to actually, like, pick it up. But yeah, let's see if I can do the one-handed Wormhole and one-handed Charmander. Not giving up, though. You're still in Lugia, reaching 1,000 encounters. Hey, I mean, 1,000's still not too bad. You know, the hunts can go on for a long time. Example, Raikou. But yeah, with the charm, 1,000's getting up there, so I hope you're able to find it soon. And yeah, I definitely feel like I need to use both hands on the 3DS. It's weird. I've hunted, like, you know, the stream started here. And, like, I still did them over winter break and all that, so it's not, like, in spring break and all that, so it's not, like, you know, this is a new place to be hunting, but just hunting here is throwing me off a little bit. Like, I gotta get back into it, gotta get my groove going, so doing something where I'm, like, completely splitting my attention between two games is really hard. So hopefully we can find Raikou really quickly. I've only found one legend so far in my attempts to get back to it before the stream, and that was a Dialga. So I've still got a ways to go. Hopefully it plays out like Lugia and is nice to us and lets us actually hunt it again very quickly. Because I don't want it to be like, oh, we've been hunting Raikou for so long, now let's spend an entire stream trying to find it again. Ah, I thought that was green for a second. There's so many good yellow wormholes right there, and then, like, one regular green. Rip. Yeah, so we are trying to find Raikou again. I probably should have gone into that one. Yeah. Oh well. That's okay. Oh man, I'm really. Yeah, we're getting drugged into that one. You made your Ultra Sun Dex up to 40%. Awesome, Jam. That's great. That's fantastic. You're making progress. I gotta go. Sorry, I can't stick around. Hey, it's all good, Alice. It's all good. Glad you're able to stop by the stream. Hope you've been doing well. What's up, King Shark, Fortnite Master, and Greg Hen? Welcome to the stream, guys. How are you guys doing today? You know how you feel after looking for Thundurus for 4 hours and still looking? Oh, I totally get that. I totally get that. Like, I'll admit, I haven't been looking for it for very long. Maybe about 30 minutes or so. Because I spent as much time as I could trying to get my decks completed. There's like, I'm at like, you know, we haven't had a soft reset so it wouldn't show, but I'm at 382 Pokemon of the deck, so I'm like legitimately 20 away at most. So, definitely making some progress. 2 of those Pokemon I know I have, and I just have to like trade over. But the rest of them are, for the most part, just I gotta catch them and stuff. Other ones I'll probably ask for like a trade or two from people I know and stuff. You looked 12 hours for Guzzlord. See, I'm really hoping that doesn't happen. Guzzlord definitely makes sense though, because it's really hard to find. So that's kind of where, like, when I get around to Ultra Beast, I'm definitely gonna just kind of keep my eye out for Guzzlord and do it if we find it. But for now, I've come across the wormholes for it so many times, I'm not really concerned. Yeah, so let's hope. Let's hope we find Raikou really quickly, guys. I have a feeling we'll find it today. But there are still a lot of Pokemon left in those green wormholes, so there's definitely many options for us to come across. I thought I was gonna miss that one. Come on, if I could find some legendaries in the green wormhole, honestly, not finding Raikou immediately is okay, as long as I at least like can successfully find the type of Pokemon we're looking for. Because that's always frustrating, is when we do all these runs and legitimately never find a legend. Why? Why, guys? Why? I am gonna go. Oh, I missed it. I decided too late. What's up, Mariah Evans? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Can we avoid it? Yes! Yes! Please. There we go. At least it's a legend no matter what. Maybe it'll be Raikou. It would be fantastic if it could be. Let's see what we got. So I use GTS for Pokedex. I've never used it. I tried using it once, but I just didn't. I don't know, something about it I just felt like, I'd rather not. Yes! Yes! One thing though, guys. One thing I'm gonna have to do, because I realized I didn't do it yesterday. My shiny hunting team's still here. So I gotta trade them over. Because otherwise, we could run into some major problems. So, give me a second to... Let's move up a little bit more. But yeah, I gotta trade over my shiny hunting team, because it would have been really awkward if we were not set up for that. So 1 second here while I get that going. There's the beautiful electric tiger. I'm so glad we were able to find it this quickly. There we go. I have been found. That moment when you find every kind of wormhole except the one you're looking for. I've had that happen so many times. Alright, I'm just gonna trade my party straight over. Alright, so in the meantime, while all this stuff goes down, we're gonna be doing Charmander encounters. What's up, Kajito? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Unlike your 10-hour search for it. I don't know, I feel like the fact that we had pretty much an entire Raikou stream, like the first one, that was like hunting for it, the game has to feel bad. Because like, you know, it was only an hour, or 2 hours, but it was like, everyone was waiting, so it's 2 hours for everyone. So that's what, that's like days at that point? I don't know, I'm trying to justify it. Trying to justify why I've managed to actually get pretty lucky with them since that Raikou. Alright, so I need to trade that with that. There we go. I wish I could skip this animation. Got Lugia? Yeah, man, we got Lugia yesterday. I haven't uploaded the video for it yet. While I was doing all of my hunting for the shiny charm today, time got away from me, so I couldn't upload it in time for it to be out before the stream and stuff. But I did get it all rendered. I just gotta get the thumbnail and everything good, and it'll be up tomorrow. But yeah, we got Lugia. So hype about that. It was what, 723 encounters, I think? If I'm not mistaken, if someone else remembers, remind me. Because I still haven't added in the description, I need to do that. But there we go. Really, there's only like 3 or 4 Pokemon I need to move over, but I feel like it's better just to keep the same team consistently through it all. So yeah, I probably should have gotten this done beforehand, but again, didn't remember until just now. I got Raikou. I've found Raikou to hunt. I have not actually found a Raikou as a shiny yet. You know, I have Lugia. Yeah, I do have Lugia. I do have Lugia. So we're back to hunting for Raikou. I just gotta get my shiny hunting team in Ultra Sun, because they're all in Ultra Moon from Lugia still. Which actually would have been really bad if we found Raikou yesterday, because, you know, I wouldn't have actually been prepared. Completing the dex on screen? Not on screen. No, I was completing it off screen. Right now, I am moving my shiny hunting team into the game we're currently shiny hunting on, because I don't have the team set up in both, so I need to get like my proper like harvest, Trevenant swapped over, my level 100 Pokemon, stuff like that. Because my team that I use for my Ultra Sun playthrough, which is my non-shiny hunting team, could not shiny hunt. They would do a terrible job of it. So I'm just moving all my Pokemon across yet. Yeah, so RIP, not quite completed with the dex. There's a few Pokemon I have left, and the problem is now we just found Raikou, so we'd have to do it again if we were gonna somehow yeah, we'd have to complete the dex again. Or we'd have to find Raikou again if we want to complete the dex, because I have to go to the Game Freak corner, or the Game Freak office, to get the shiny charm, which means leaving the wormholes yet again. But hopefully tonight or tomorrow, I'll have a little bit of time to try to complete that dex. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, so there's definitely going to be less time for me to spend on it. So I'll try to get it done tonight, hopefully. That is the goal. You found the legendary birds 9 times with no thunders. I had the opposite problem, man. I was having the opposite problem. Maybe we just need to switch games. I've been hunting for Litwick for over a week now. Bought Black and Black 2 today from eBay, so hoping you get it before you get the Black games in. Yeah, man. Good luck, dude. Good luck. I hope you find it really, really soon. Alright. Last set of Pokemon, guys, and then we can actually start hunting for Raikou again. And I'm gonna do what I always do with these legends and kind of slowly inch forward until I get to, like, where I'm half a step away from the encounter, so I legitimately cannot miss the encounter when I step forward. I just wish I could, like, be like, yeah, I don't need this animation, and just let it kind of skip. What's up, TP? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Netherlands is gonna win the Eurovision Song Festival. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. I will be honest. What's up, Base Boy? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Father bought you a Litwick plushie. That's really cool. That's really cool. Alright. I think that is... Yep, that's the whole team moved across. So let's end that Pokemon trade. And we should be good to go here. Yep. And close that system. And now start inching forward. I know I could get at least that far. Let's see. Let's see if we can get super duper close like we did with Lugia. That's a good thing. Oh, well then, awesome, man. Awesome. Just so you know, bass is in the fish. Okay. I will try to remember. Correct me if I get it wrong anymore. Alright, yeah, so eventually we'll encounter this Raikou. Be right back, you just need to look at the dex list. Alright. Alright, Jam. Called it Doc. That's a nice name. Okay, so I can take a little bit of a step forward still before we encounter it again. But at least we can encounter it now. We got the numbers rolling again. Back to proper dual hunting. We'll see. Can we get it today before we even get the Shiny Charm? It would be amazing if that could happen. I would be very happy. And hey, I do need the Shiny Charm no matter what. Alright, yeah, I need to get as, like, close as physically possible. Yeah, we're like, legitimately, I just, like, tap the circle pad slightly forward, and that half step is enough to encounter it. What's up, Casual Brigitte Man? Welcome to the stream. Coming for Shinies, Zekrom. Well, good luck, Bats Boy. Good luck, man. I'm trying to get my desk set up, but it's actually kind of hard, because I mentioned this like the first day I was back here, but my desk is completely not set up properly right now, because I don't actually have my desk. I just have a couple computers set up on like a folding, or a couple monitors set up on a folding table. So everything's really compact compared to normal, which is hard when they already took up most of the space. Your Masuda methoding Fennekin. Well, good luck. Good luck. I hope you find it soon. I really do need to, like, figure out a proper way to set up for dual hunting, so it's not, like, completely all over the place like it is now. It's kinda hard to do, though, I gotta admit. If you find the birds one more time... Dude, I know, though. I know the feeling. I'm pretty sure I found Thundurus a lot of times. That or Tornadus. I don't know. One of them. I found one of them a lot of times, and I found Cresselia a lot. All while trying to find those birds. I don't know. I guess our cartridges are evening each other out in that regard. What's up, Burb? Welcome to the stream. Hello, Burb. Indeed, welcome. Burbs are definitely welcome here. What's up, X-Rider? Welcome to the stream. You're currently hunting for your 5th member for the Shiny Badge quest in the Ice Path Cave. Awesome, X-Rider. Good luck, man. Burb make burb noise. Burb make burb memes. You blame the Dex entry for Lamp? For what? For what about it? Been hunting the Raikou for a while. Yeah, I started at the beginning of April. I don't have the Shiny Charm, which is my fault. I've been working on it mostly today. Got it up to 95% Dex completion, so I'll be getting the Shiny Charm by the next time we're hunting it, so tomorrow, most likely. Assuming all goes to plan, I should be able to get the Charm by next stream and hopefully get back to Raikou again. But yeah, so I have been going after it for a while. We took a break, we went after Entei and Lugia, got both of them in under 1,000. So hopefully Raikou comes home soon, because it is over odds even without the Charm. So really, it could show up at any time. And hey, we hit 5151, which is the number we started on for Charmander with these dual hunts. It was not shiny though. For the name Doc. Okay. I got shiny Latias without the shiny Charm, and you're doing it again. Cool. I mean, you can definitely get shinies without the Charm. You just gotta get really lucky with it. And I have not been getting lucky with it with Raikou. Luigi Lewis, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Legendary Red Home Wormhole, don't be the birds. Does anyone own any burbs? I don't. I kind of want one, but at the same time I know I wouldn't be able to take care of one right now. So I do not have any at the moment. Maybe in the future though. Maybe in the future. Used to own a burb? Be careful with all caps, guys. For the name Doc, yeah. I gotcha. You have two cockatiels and one Indian ringneck. Cool. The legendary birds. You found him so much. Hopefully you find what you're actually looking for soon. What's up, Dark Litton? Welcome to the stream. Hello and good luck. Well, thank you. Hopefully we can get lucky today. It should be the last day of hunting without the shiny charm in Ultra Sun. From here on out, after this stream, I should be able to complete the decks fairly quickly. And yeah, that would be awesome, finally actually having the charm for this game, because we really do need it. You know, make these hunts go by way more quickly. You know, by the time we get to Ho-Oh, I don't want to be hitting 5,000 again, and having to kind of call it expected. Best burbs. All burbs are best burbs. Eternal Raging. Lampet's Dex entry in Black Stone Light 2. The spirits it absorbs fuels his baleful fire. It hangs around hospitals waiting for Pokemon. That's kind of a dark entry, but I know especially with ghost types, Game Freak has gotten pretty dark with those entries before. We don't have Lugia in the description. We don't. I need to add it. Can someone point out the number of encounters it was? I think it was 723, so I'm going to put that. If I could spell encounters right. There we go. My typing is terrible, so I hit like every key. I found Shiny Jangmo-o today. Tried again. Your first attempt was 1,005 encounters, but didn't get it. But at 126, you guys say, awesome, Luigi. Awesome. You've only owned one shiny, and that is a shiny Rowlet. You named it after Winnie Rose Cookie. Cool. Shiny Rowlet is great. Rowlet overall is like my favorite Pokemon of all time. And yeah, totally down for that. Like shiny Rowlet, like Rowlet in general is the reason I wanted to start shiny hunting. It's not what ended up getting me hooked on it, but like it was the hunt that I wanted to do that kind of inspired my other hunts. It's a whole story, it's a whole thing. But yeah, basically, Rowlet's my all-time favorite Pokemon, and it probably is the reason that I'm shiny hunting now. What's up, Nico? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Favorite Pokemon is Samurott? Okay. Alright. So yeah, that was like a Pokemon that came out while I wasn't playing, so it kind of is one of those that I don't have a lot of experience or really much of an opinion on. I'll be honest, like, because after Diamond and Pearl and before Oras, I really didn't play. Like, that little gap there, I just was not playing during because I could not. Either I didn't get a 3DS until Oras was already out, and my DS got broken before Heart Gold Soul Silver came out. What you're planning on doing is getting 3 shiny Rowlets, rolling 1 into Dartrix, 1 into Decidueye, and name that your bird. After your bird is cool, cool. So you're going for like at least that line is a living shiny type of deal. Cool, cool. 1 down, 2 to go. Well, good luck, man. I hope you get them all very quickly. Favorite Pokemon is Aggron. Awesome, man. Awesome. Aaron's up there as one of my favorites, for sure. Gen 3 and has always looked really cool to me, so it's definitely up there. Aggron's a pretty cool final evolution for it, I gotta say. Aggron, Flygon, and Mawile. All good Pokemon, all good Pokemon. Have a shiny Rowlet? Yeah. I do actually have one in-game. B, yeah, the shiny Rowlet is the sponsor badge for the streams. I have way too many favorites. I understand that. I totally get that. These birds won't leave you alone. I have no clue. I have no clue why you're only finding those birds. That is kind of crazy. You're back. Welcome back, Jam Jam. Pimptone34, welcome to the stream. You're still hunting shiny Poipole, close to 4,000 Sovereign sets now. I hope you find it soon. I hope you don't have to go as far as I did, because I had to go up to almost 7,000. It was kind of crazy. It took like 2 months of hunting. It was insane. I really didn't want it to go on that far, but it had to happen, unfortunately. You might hunt Rowlet next. Awesome, awesome. Rowlet's a fantastic Pokemon to add as a shiny. Burbs are the best type of Burbs. They will never leave you alone. I mean, I'm all down for more birds, but at the same time, I understand where Spatial Palkia is coming from. He's been looking for a Thundurus for a long time now. And he's having the exact opposite problem I did. I could not find the Kanto birds to save my life. He's finding them too much. He's finding them all the times I needed to. Right now you're hunting for Elekid. Awesome. Awesome. Good luck. Good luck, Luigi. Oh, the Burbs love you. Indeed, indeed they do. That's why they won't leave you alone. They want you to hunt them. They want to shine first. I'm trying to get a normal Elekid on GTS. Cool. Cool. I just want to double check. I know that one wasn't shiny, but I just had to double check to make sure. Hunt them after Landorus. Fair enough, fair enough. Can't stop finding shiny Bagons, but no level 10 Salamence. I mean, it is a really low call rate. It also, like, you are hunting in the right spot for that. Because, like, they can't call in for Salamence if you hunt them in the bay. You have to hunt them on Route 1, which is that 1% encounter rate on Bagon. If you're hunting for Bagon, if you're, like, SOSing Bagons down in the bay, you will only get Bagons and Shelleons. You cannot get Salamances that way, unfortunately. You have to hunt them up on Route 1. Which, you know, should be fine. It's just a tedious encounter to have. And it would still kind of make sense to be encountering more Shinies than Salamances at points, I guess. Just since Shinies at least end up with a rate up. Where Salamence is just a 1% no matter what. Hunting in the right place. Well, Luigi, man, I hope that you can get that Salamence soon. It took you like 20 minutes to find a level 11 Salamence. That's kind of crazy. Oh yeah, because I guess you're like going for a certain level, which is going to be more difficult too. I need a Salamence too. I mean, I have one. I just don't have it as a, like, didn't get it at like level 10 or anything like that. A fellow burb, indeed. Indeed. The more burbs, the merrier. Was MZ Games here? Not yet, Beast Chiller. He hasn't been here today, but how's it going, man? How are you doing? And Cameron O'Neill, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Tried chain fishing for Tentacool. The second encounter was a repeat shiny Magikarp. Well, hey, now you can have a Magikarp and a Gyarados. That's one of my concerns when it comes to the methods where you can't like determine the Pokemon you're getting. Because yeah, you can just end up with like a random Pokemon you already have, which isn't bad, but it wouldn't be ideal. Just normal 4 decks. Okay. Okay. I mean, I figured that's what you were trying to go for. Again, be careful with all caps, guys. Articuno is a good burb, and so is Lugia. They are great. They are great. I'm glad I have both of them as shinies. What's up, Squishy Live Gaming? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? What's my most shinies in one day? 3? I want to say 3 in a matter of like 24 hours. It's happened twice. Once was Paris, Parasect, like basically 2 Paris and a Magikarp, I believe. And the other time was 2 Wimpods and a Minior from Masuda Method. Like the first time was SOS, the second time was Masuda Method stuff, which was kind of cool. So it's happened twice. I haven't hit 4 yet. The most I've had on stream as well. Granted, I'm excluding the Poochyenas. If I count Poochyenas in anything, it throws the data way off. Seeing as we caught 9 in a matter of 2 hours. But yeah, as far as like on stream legitimate shinies, 2. 2 with a Crabrawler and Alolan Vulpix. Hunted for a Salamence at the beginning of your Sun Adventure as soon as you could, get to the second island and get the Adrenaline Orb. Yeah, as soon as you have that, head back and like start chaining for him. Ran out of healing items and lost most of your mons, except a few. Threw a Great Ball at Bagon because you gave up and it broke out and called down a level 9 Salamence. Nice! How hard is it to hunt for shiny Feebas and Ultra Sun and Moon? I don't think it's very hard. As soon as you find it, it's a really easy SOS battle. So it's not anything crazy like it used to be in Gen 3, where it was like, you know, only certain spots would have it and stuff like that. It's pretty straightforward as far as here's, you know, this thing. You know, here's like the place you can find it. It's like a 1 in 20 encounter rate, so like a 5% encounter rate. So it's a little bit difficult to find, but you're not like stuck trying to figure out if you can even find it on that spot. And then from there, yeah, you just SOS it like you would anything else, and it doesn't know anything to KO itself and all that, so you're fine. Can't believe the battle Ash had in the finals of the Pokemon League in X and Y. I need to watch the anime. I see more and more of it on like Netflix and Amazon and Hulu, or I guess just Netflix and Amazon. but it's only like subbed, or not subbed, it's only dubbed, and I want to watch it just like in Japanese. I don't know, because I've only ever seen it in English, so I'd love to like see it in Japanese. So I've kind of been trying to find Indigo League somewhere. I mean, they won't let them though. They won't let them. It would kind of ruin the story in a way. Like, unless they wanted to move on from Ash as a trainer, which I really don't think they will. Speaking of your favorite birds, plan to hunt both of them at some point in the near future. Are you gonna name it for people you know? Cool. That's cool. I think Mel did that with the evolutions. Like, she named them all after like her friend group and stuff, which is kind of clever, I think. I don't. But I've still always been that boring dude that really doesn't nickname a lot of my Pokemon, so that would kind of be awkward, I feel. Burbs are the new meme. Burbs are always the meme. Shouldn't watch subbed anime. I try and end up focusing more on reading the subtitles than you do on the actual episode. I mean, I've been watching it subbed for like 3 or 4 years at this point. I'm okay, and also I know the Japanese, so it's not like I'm focusing on the subtitles. I just use them for help, pretty much. But no, I'd love to like see what like, because I've never like heard it in Japanese. I've never experienced it that way, so I'd love to like see what the true original is. But I can't, like, the voices in dubbed anime take me out of it, for whatever reason. Like, I don't know. Something about it I just don't like. If that's me being weird, or, like, a snob or something, I don't know. It probably is. But, like, I've seen parts of different shows, like, subbed or dubbed first, and then gone back, and I've always enjoyed the sub more. I don't know. Something, I think just... Seeing as generally a lot of, like, dubbed stuff tends to have the same pool of voice actors, and, like, because I know English way better, I kind of can focus on who's saying what way more. Like, in terms of, like, how they sound, and then I end up being like, that's the same person that was in, you know, that show I watched, like, a month ago. Just now playing a different character. So, like, it's that kind of thing that kind of breaks it for me, I guess. I mean, if you like it, that's fine. Yeah, there's not really any problems with it. I just prefer... Udall's also a good burp. It is. I can't wait to hunt it myself. Didn't hunt it because you caught all of the legendaries and boredom. Ah, I feel you. Burb or Borb, either one. I keep kneeing my desk. I don't know why. I just can't not do that. This table's way too tiny, guys. I need to get my proper setup back, but that's gonna require, like, actually going and buying a new desk. Like, it was physically too large to bring back. So I had to, like, I brought the legs, but I don't have the top of it, so I had to go buy a new top. I'm gonna hunt Yveltal, and you're gonna name her Cranberry because of the focus of Cranberry, the bird of death. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Unless you reset your game. Yeah, I wouldn't, like, say it's necessarily justified to reset it for that reason. You know, it feels... That seems just, like, a little bit over the top, generally, you know. There are other games you can hunt it in, unless you've already kind of caught it there, too. Do I know where main is? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't, like, say resetting the game's necessarily worth it. Personally, as someone who rarely replays games, that's something where I have so many other games to play that I can't, like, justify necessarily resetting a game that I've already played all the way through. Got the legendary card today from GameStop. Nice. Nice. I'm still waiting for next month. Next month is going to be the good month. You know, actually getting that shiny Zygarde all that stuff. I'm super happy, super hyped for that. Should you? Like I said, I'm not one to recommend it. That's up to you. It depends on if you want to replay the game again, and I'd assume that no matter what, you'd at least move your Pokemon out of the game first. But I'm not 100% sure. That's really ultimately your decision. Personally, I wouldn't go with it. You actually use a Eevee named Cranberry in Hackamons on Pokemon Showdown, and she's the most fun Pokemon to use for Hackamons. Really? Next month is good. I am excited. I am excited for it. You can't. Yeah, I wouldn't say reset then, especially if you can't like reset or like can't move your Pokemon off. Like that would be my decision there. Like sure, the shiny would be nice, but at the same time, it'd be kind of rough. Cranberry has swept teams on Showdown and Hackamons multiple times. That is fantastic. Ultramoon's your only game. Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. Because then you also run into the do you want to replay it kind of thing. So I don't know. It depends on like if you want to keep your Pokemon or not. Maybe like if you have someone that you know that could like that you could trust to trade all of your Pokemon off that game to, and then back to the game once you reset it. Maybe. I don't know. Again, up to you entirely on what like you feel like would be the best thing for you. Yeah, you do have a lot of valuables. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, if you already have a lot of Pokemon that are nice, if you have shinies and stuff, then unless you have somewhere to put them, I don't think it'd be worth it to reset. Again, this is coming from someone who doesn't have a lot of replay value, like doesn't see a lot of replay value in these games. It's more of like, I enjoy the experience once and I like having that over-leveledness afterwards and enjoy doing all the little tiny 100%-esque things, like living Pokedex, living shiny decks, stuff like that. Like, that's where I get a lot of my enjoyment, so for me, resetting the game wouldn't really be worth it. Do you have Pokemon Bank? Who are we going for after Raikou? Suicune. Suicune will be the next hunt after Raikou. Probably gonna move back to Ultramoon for that, if we don't get the Shiny Charm before we find Raikou. If we get the Shiny Charm first, then we'll just keep this game in. It makes it way simpler. I would just continue the hunt here, you know, and then we can move on. And like, we don't have to trade the team back and forth, because we'll have to trade it back for Ho-Oh. It would make it easier to do it here. But if we find Raikou today, and we have time to continue to hunt for Suicune, it makes the most sense to trade back over. It makes the most sense to trade back over then, because then we have the charm and all that, and we don't have to find Suicune a second time, and all that stuff. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Right now, we know the next hunt's Suicune, followed by Ho-Oh. If we can get Raikou today, that would mean we will be over halfway done with Johto in like a month and a half, which is way better than our first batch of soft reset hunts that we did with like the Kanto Legends, I feel. You know, all of those passed 1,000. The only reason Raikou has is because I was lazy and didn't get the charm. What's up, Lacrame? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Suggest using Ultramoon on Suicune. Why is that? Like, why specifically Ultramoon? Is there a reason to over Ultra Sun? Like, in general? Because I'm saying, like, we'll use Ultra Sun if we have the Shiny Charm in it, which I should be getting as of, like, tonight or tomorrow before the stream, hopefully. Just cause. I mean, for that, the thing is then, it becomes, like, more steps, and we can still hunt it in Ultramoon later, as well. Like, one way we have to trade Entei to this cartridge, the other way we have to trade Raikou and the whole team to that one. Just because logic? What is the logic, though? Like, again, this is, like, it's a big if we even, like, if we get Suicune today or not, or Raikou today or not. Like, it could easily happen. We're over odds enough that it's kind of up in the air. We should have had it by now type of deal. A good man, real good. Saturday is cleaning day today. Well, alright. And how's it going? It's going well. It's going well. Spent a good bit of today working on the Shiny Charm in Ultra Sun, since I haven't gotten it yet, and I really should have had it by now. But yeah, so we're very close on that. And I'm getting closer to it. I have about 20 Pokemon left to catch, and then we can have that Charm finally. And that should make Raikou, I mean, not necessarily Raikou easier, because Raikou could happen without the Charm, but if we, but it'll definitely make Ho-Oh easier, which is what'll matter. I'd only have to trade Raikou to Ultra Moon. I'd need to trade the whole Shiny Hunting team. The whole Shiny Hunting team got moved to Ultra Sun as of about an hour ago. About 48 minutes ago. So, like, no, because I legitimately don't have a Shiny Hunting team on both games. I only have one. Like, the Trevenant that I have, the level 100 Decidueye, the Butterfree, you know, Mr. Grubsalon, Nebby, all those are only in Ultra. In one of the games. Like, I only have one of them. I moved them to Ultra Sun just now. So I'd have to move that whole team as well as Raikou across. I mean, not necessarily to find Suicune, but to hunt for it. I think Ultra Sun would be easier to find Suicune since there's less legendaries in the blue wormholes in Ultra Sun than Ultra Moon. Theoretically, it'll be the same now because we caught Lugia. Which is like the one exclusive that's in the blues. It's not... Well, actually, no, because we still have Kyogre there. So, I don't know. It might be the same, but... Personally, I feel like the odds are... It's going to be less work to find it. Assuming we have the Charm by the time we start going for it, it'll be less work to find it in Ultra Sun. Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't have any of, like, the ones that require other things in the party. We'd only be able to find Suicune as far as that set goes. So I think they're the same. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Don't touch your wormhole knowledge. I mean, like, if there's one extra Pokemon in there... Granted, I said if we have the Shiny Charm or not, wouldn't really matter. But, like, if there's one extra Pokemon in there, I'm not the most concerned. You know, but again, it comes down to if we get it with the Shiny Charm or not. Wouldn't make them non-equal, but they do a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, they do a little bit. Like, there's the same amount spread across all the games, like spread across all the types of wormholes per game. Like, the version exclusives equal out. But if I'm not mistaken, Moon has a few more in blue, while, like, there's more in yellow or something for Sun. I'm not 100% sure. I might be wrong. I mean, might have equaled it out by catching something in Moon. I'm not sure. But again, that's a bridge we cross when we come to it. We still don't even know when we're getting Raikou. They both have exclusives. Yeah, I mean, they have the exclusives. Like, they have... Like, obviously the ones that aren't exclusive are all the same. But then, like, you know, Lugia was added to the blue wormholes, but Ho-Oh was added to the red wormholes. Stuff like that. So I don't know if the exclusives are still even across the wormholes. Or not. So, I don't know. Again, I might be very wrong. Kyogre's in blue while Groudon is in yellow. Lugia's in blue while Ho-Oh's in red. Latias and Latios are exclusives, both in blue. Not talking about them. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be some... I felt like, yeah, there was more that would kind of even out to other games, to other ones and whatnot. You're raging! Palkia, I hope you find it soon, man. I really, truly hope that you are able to find what you're looking for soon. I realize though now, guys, we caught all of the birds in Ultra Moon. We're gonna have to, like, hope not to see the Kanto birds again when we're going for Ho-Oh. Oh well. Oh well. What's up, Lucarazark96? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Like Kanto birds do not speak that name? What? You're good. That's good to hear. I'm doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. Looking for Raikou, looking for Charmander, both over odds. Raikou kind of by my own fault. And Charmander's just kind of happening. Hopefully we find it soon. If you find the Kanto birds in Ultra Sun, you can just catch the regular form, so you don't have to deal with them again because you won't need to shiny at them anymore. True, and that way I get to complete them for my living decks as well as my shiny decks. That actually makes a lot of sense. I might end up doing that. One thing that I just remembered, I don't know why that reminded me of it. Held item, give. Wait, where are the berries? I'm looking at the wrong menu. Berries. Give that to Trevenant. That would have been awkward to forget. Alright, now we're set. Now we're set. Let me save one last time. What's up, Kristen Goodman? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Anyone here can give you, I suppose you're scared of Ho and Mewtwo. Man, honestly, Mewtwo wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. The stressful part of it for me was I forgot the Lepa Berry, like I almost did for Raikou. You're doing good, that's good to hear. And me, I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. Just trying to find Raikou and Charmander. Hoping they show up soon. Not much I can do but hope at this point. I am nervous about Charmander, to be completely honest. Just because there's no audio cue for it, and I still haven't seen it, so I don't know exactly what it's gonna look like on these screens, which is something that like you aren't anyways until you see it. That kind of thing. So I don't know. I'm nervous about that one, I gotta say. Especially when it comes to the Tornadoes, because that's a Gen 5 exclusive in Red Wormhole, but you really don't want to be dealing with all the previous Red Wormhole. Legends just because you hunted them in Ultra Moon instead of Ultra Sun. Yeah, like once you get that far into it, it's kind of like you don't want to have to deal with them and all that again. Like, that's one of the nice things about this, is as we go along, eventually we get to the point where it's like just Yveltal in the Red Wormhole. Like, if we find a guaranteed legendary, it's guaranteed to be what we want. That kind of thing, which will be fantastic. But we gotta get through all the other gens until we get to that. We're not even halfway through the Legends at this point, so it's a long way off from really considering it being all weeded out for us. You found Thundurus Wormhole yesterday, but it was searching for an Articuno. That's what I kept having happen, which is the opposite of Spatial Palkia. What do you think is better, Ultra Moon or Ultra Sun? Honestly, I kind of like Ultra Moon over Ultra Sun, but I like Sun over Moon. I don't know. Just looking at the, like, you know, box art legendaries, to be completely honest. Something about Solgaleo I like better than Lunala, but I definitely prefer Dawnwings over Duskmane. And you're so glad Gen 5 is pretty far away, because if you get a shiny Virizion before you do, you're going to be so heckin' bitter. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Maybe, because I do encounter the first thing I see. Like, the first time I see a Virizion, I encounter it. But I, like, soft reset and leave the wormhole versus soft resetting and continuing. I will admit, I would feel mildly guilty if that happened, though, because I know you've been hunting for Virizion for a long time. Like, why? Why do I think, like, why do I think Ultramoon is better? I just prefer, like, as far as the games go, they were both kind of felt like as far as Yusum went, not necessarily Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon's its own thing, but as far as Yusum went, they felt like repeat games to me, basically, because for the most part they were. There was, you know, the few little things added and stuff that made it worth it, and obviously we have these shiny hunts that we can do now, such as all the legends and stuff. So that's like good in its own right there, but for the most part, I prefer, like, so what really gets left up is those differences, and most of the differences are the same. Most of the differences are the same between the games. You're still battling, you know, Ultra Recon Squad and all that, just different members, so you meet the different members in a different way, and that didn't matter too much to me, personally. So what it ended up coming down to was, like, pretty much the box, the cover art legendaries. Like, they're the really only big difference there. So that's why I preferred Ultramoon over Ultra Sun. But Sun and Moon, I preferred Sun just because I prefer the day-night cycle lining up with my day and my night. As weird of a reason as that is, that's my reason for that. My reasoning there. And I prefer Sagalia over Lunala and stuff like that. So, like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that leans way more Sun versus Moon in terms of the main stuff. But when you move up to Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, all that stuff kind of felt like it was already decided by Sun and Moon, so I went off the additions instead. Screeches. Please. Paul, you'll find it soon. You will find it soon. I believe in you. It'll happen. It'll happen. And guys, if we could find one of these today, it would be amazing, because it would mean, like, back-to-back streams of successes with Shinies, which, again, I'm not actually 100% sure if that's happened. Actually, no, it has. It has happened before. I know for a fact it has, but it's been a while. You know, you've been hunting Virizion for a long time, but honestly, you've really only done about 1,000 soft resets since after the first month of the hunt. I understand, you're at 6,000 soft resets, 5,000 of those were done in January, to be honest. Hey, I mean, you've had work and school and all that, and it's a tedious hunt, so I totally get that. You know, like, if you can't put a lot of time into it, and especially since, you know, Virzion's such a weird hunt. No, Virzion's not a weird hunt. Is it? I'm thinking of Rune doing Cresselia, which I know you've mentioned wanting to do, I feel. But yeah, I totally get that. I totally get, you know, stuff getting in the way and kind of taking a break and whatnot. That makes a lot of sense. Ever get a shiny Mew? I have not, but I have a Japanese Leafgreen, which I believe I can hunt it on, right? That, or I'll just find Japanese Emerald, Japanese e-reader, and the card, and be good. Honestly, I'm totally down for doing that. If I could get it completely legitimate, that would be amazing. Like, if I'm totally down with getting the Japanese games to do that. I should be able to actually pick some up very soon. Which would be awesome, like, for sure. I would be super, super excited to do that kind of hunt. Do 1,000 soft resets per day. That's some dedication right there. I wish I could get that many in, but I don't know. Since I'm doing most of these hunts on stream, I really don't have the time to do that, and I don't count my encounters off stream. And with not doing that, I also generally don't do soft resets off stream, because I use, like, the in-game timer to keep track of how long I hunted. Granted, I can't really do that anymore with Sun, so I might start doing some soft resets in Sun. Not that I have many left, or any left. So that kind of ruins that a little bit. I actually got your job like a week and a half after starting the Virizion hunt. Yeah, that totally makes sense then. Favorite legendary Rayquaza. No real particular reason other than Gen 3 was like my first major like set of games that I got, first time I really played Pokemon, so seeing those legendaries, like the newest ones, was amazing, and Rayquaza was like the leader of all of them in like 8-year-old Ian's mind. So Rayquaza was my favorite, and that's just kind of stuck. Yo, Kanto Kairu raid. We are getting raided, guys. What is up? Welcome to the stream, Raiders. Dusk, Super Mew, Kanto Kairu. What is up, all of you Raiders? Welcome to the stream. How did your stream go, Kanto? How was it, man? Penguin raid. Alright, I did add that encounter. Cool. More Kanto Kairu raid coming in. What is up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Cookie the Doge, welcome. Welcome. Rosemar, welcome as well. What's my favorite shiny? That would be my Milotic. Milotic's one of my favorite Pokemon in general. Like, just as a great design. It's Gen 3. It was super rare. Had its cool little way of evolving and all that. And so when you added to that, the shiny being amazing colors, in my opinion, an amazing color scheme that made the Pokemon better, even though it was already a really good design, that just made it the perfect shiny, in my opinion. It was a lot of fun. Well, that's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. DNSN, welcome as well. How are you doing today? Can't say but hope you have an awesome day, dude. Well, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you so much for that raid, and yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day, man. Remy Draws, welcome to the stream as well. I love Shiny Kyogre. Shiny Kyogre's pretty great. Have to raid you sometime soon. Alright, man. I gotta stop by your streams again soon too, Dusk. What's up, XL Orange and Ninja? Welcome to the stream. Can't Kyogre raid pretty late because you can't use links on mobile. There's a few people when we try raiding who have that issue as well. I've never had that problem, but I also don't watch streams on mobile a lot. So I guess that would be part of why I was unaware of that for the longest time. And yo! XL Orange Ninja, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Esteban Espinoza, welcome to the stream. That Shine Charmander needs to drop already. The grind is too real. I mean, it would be awesome if it could. It's still honestly not to a point where I'm devastated that it hasn't shown up. You know, like Raikou is way farther over odds than Charmander is, both in terms of the sheer number of encounters as well as just a massive difference in the ratio. Yo, Grenji, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Sorry, been gone for days. 3 days you're in Chicago. That's all good, man. Hope you had a good time. Lately, they've not been the best, but tomorrow you're starting an Ultra Sun randomizer, and I was like, dude, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. If I get a chance, I'll try to stop by, but tomorrow may be a busy day for me with Mother's Day and whatnot. But yeah, I looked up the actual statistical odds on Charmander, because you can calculate that with the rarity of it and the number of times you've tried it. You can look that kind of stuff up and all that and do the math on it, and I think we're at what, a 75 to 80% chance of having encountered it already. So we're unlucky, but we're not terribly unlucky. It's not like we're at some 95% chance of having seen it and not having seen it yet. You improve your English because of my streams. Well, I'm glad that I can help with that, Jam. I will admit, I do the same kind of thing. I'll tune into... Unfortunately, the timing doesn't work out very well, but I'll tune into some, Japanese streams when they're going on, if I'm still awake. Or if they decide to stream, really early or something. I can tune into those and watch for a bit and just kind of listen and stuff, which is really nice. Do I have the Shiny Charm? I actually don't. I've been working on it the past couple of... for today, pretty much. I started this hunt without it, thinking, we'll still get it under odds. And then when we didn't, we took a break from it. But we've caught everything else that we can really catch without using this game. So, as far as the Johto Legends go. So we're back to it, and I should have the Charm by tomorrow's stream if we haven't found Raikou today. Need any help? Thanks for the offer, but I'm 20 Pokemon away. Most of them are just I have to evolve some stuff. So... I'll definitely have it by tomorrow's stream, no matter what. I think it's down to just, Ultra Sun exclusives that I don't have the base evolution of. Things that I can go and catch in, 5 minutes apiece. So, I'm just gonna sit, watch some movies on Netflix, and work on that. What's up, Tracy Dietz? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Just got a Shiny Pichu. Awesome, Kristen. Awesome. Shiny Kyogre is great. Also another planned hunts, but not your favorite Gen 3 Shiny. Shiny Latias. Fits your aesthetic perfectly, and she's your favorite Gen 3 Shiny and favorite Shiny Legend overall. I can totally agree with that. I can totally agree with that. See, I'm back up. I am Grenji. Yes, yes. I took like the break day on Wednesday and used that to move all my stuff back. I gotta run by the store and pick up a new like top for my desk because that didn't fit in my car, and it's legitimately cheaper to go and get one of those than it is for gas to go round trip back to my apartment and get it. So doing that, that'll be way more easy. Have I seen Death Note? I actually haven't. It's one of those shows where, you know, people know that I like anime and stuff, that they're like, oh, so you've seen that? And was, no, I haven't. It's not like, oh, I don't like it or anything. It's just, I never got around to watching it. So even, like, some of my friends who are also really into anime and stuff, they're like, oh, yeah. Like, I've mentioned, oh, I really have only seen a lot of obscure stuff. I'm like, ah, but you've probably seen, like, a few really popular ones, like Death Note. I was like, no. And it's definitely one of those shows that I need to watch at some point and continue to avoid the Netflix, like, live-action adaptation for, like, all time. You want to play Ultra Moon, but you can't find the game? Oh no, Tracy. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Due to that thing you said about watching streams in Japanese, it just occurred to you that it would actually be a super good way to improve your skills in a certain language, as long as you kind of know the language already. Yeah, yeah. Like, it gives you good listening practice, compared to, you know... It's like a step between someone trying to be like, ah, you know, for example, in Japanese, someone being like, aha, you know, just watching anime will be good enough. It would be the same as like someone trying to learn English and saying that watching SpongeBob would be good enough. But it's one of those things where you just, like, most media is going to be really hard, because either it is too over the top or it's too, like, almost too fluent, where when you're, like, watching a streamer and stuff, they're generally try to like talk a bit more clearly and stuff, but you'll get like a good taste of what like the actual language sounds like, and seeing people chat and stuff with them, it's a good way to kind of try to improve literacy and to improve like listening skills, I feel. Friend's brother stole it. No, what? That is awful. That's just awful. Guys, I'm honestly to the point again. I'm hoping that Charmander's the next one we get. That would be fantastic if it could happen. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Tracy. I hope you're able to get it back. It was really not good. Someone stole it. Like, losing it's bad, but then having someone, like, actually take it, that's just not right. Today's your birthday, you're turning 19! Well, happy birthday, Tracy. Happy birthday. Birthday hype. A lot of your coworkers speak Spanish, and they sometimes just start speaking Spanish to each other, and you can't understand them, and you know a bit of Spanish, but not that much. Yeah. The last Spanish class you took was Spanish 2, and you finished that class a year ago now, so you want to get better at understanding Spanish. Hey, I mean, if you got reasons, then by all means, go for it. Yeah, last Spanish class I took was like Spanish 2 or 3. It was over 4 years ago now. And even then, like, because I wasn't motivated to learn it, the only reason I enjoyed the class is I had a fantastic teacher. But, like, I don't know, I was just never fully interested in learning Spanish, so it just never stuck with me. And, like, the only time like, any kind of Spanish comes back to my mind is when I'm trying to think of a word in Japanese, and, like, I'm just, like, struggling. It's, like, foreign language word for whatever. And I just think of it, and I'm like, was that Spanish or Japanese for a second? And I have to sit there and think about it. What's up, Nicholas Reimer? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You're 6 foot. Nice. Nice. That's pretty tall. Seeing Spanish for next year. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're really interested in Spanish and stuff, then keep going for it. Keep going for it. I wasn't motivated to learn it until you got this job, and now you regret not taking another year of it or putting more effort in towards it. I get that. I get that. Yeah, it's never come up for me personally, but I can totally see that, where, like, if you're in a situation where you end up, like, talking to more people who know that, then it definitely makes sense. You have a head injury? Oh, no, I'm sorry to hear that, Tracy. That's not good. That's unfortunate. Kalos had amazing music. That's basically all you like from Kalos. I mean, to me, I've kind of liked, like, from what I've seen of it, like, they kind of tried messing a little bit with the whole, like, layout of the map and stuff, and, like, trying to make it a bit more, like, natural looking, I guess, as opposed to just grids everywhere. But at the same time, I can totally see it. It was definitely one of those games that was a lot of growing pains for the system. Or for the series, from the sounds of it. I need to actually play through it, though. Again, part of my goal for the summer. You're riding your bike, and your tire hit a rock, and your head hit a parked truck, and you had no helmet on. Oh, no. That's not good at all. That's awful. Hope you're doing okay. Like the black and white music. I need to listen to some of that. I need to listen to, like, all the music, because I know I'll remember a lot of the stuff from Gen 3 once I hear it. But until I hear it, I just can't think of it off the top of my head. From everything I'd heard, the story was just kind of stretched really thin, and it was kind of them pulling back from the more negative reception that the story-heavy, like, Gen 5 kind of had, because, again, there was definitely a lot of people who weren't fans of that story. Like, the whole, like, gen. So, I don't know, but I've definitely seen the complaint that, especially with the fact you have, like, a whole group of 6 kids, it's like, you kind of stretch each of the pseudo-rivals very thin when you do it that way. I love black and white. I know a lot of people who do, but it is 50-50 if, like, they love it or they hate it. Like, I don't know anyone who's really like, it was alright. It's like the game that has the most, like, polarized opinion from the fan base. Gen 7 story was pretty good. I really did like Gen 7 story. Like, it felt way more story-driven than most Pokemon games, in my opinion. People trade just about anything for a good starter. I guess it makes sense, because you really... Like, unless you put a lot of work in, you kind of only end up with one. Black and White was your first Pokemon game? Really? My first was Fire Red. But I unfortunately never got a chance to play Black until, like, I bought a copy of it very recently. Because, like, my DS got broken before Black and White came out, so I completely missed Gen 5 and didn't get a 3DS until after ORAS was already out. So I completely missed it. Like, there was a massive overhang of I didn't get to play anything when it came out from Heart Gold, Soul Silver until or through ORAS. Like, Sun and Moon's like the first set of games I've been able to play as they came out since Diamond and Pearl. Original Sun and Moon story? I mean, honestly, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, for the most part, was the same story, but with the extra little, like, bits about Ultra Beast tacked on that they had probably really intended to have in the first set of games. So, for me, like, USUM, again, it kind of falls into that category of if they were released first, or if they were released standalone, like, separate from Sun and Moon before, without Sun and Moon coming out, they would be received very well, I feel. But because people already had Sun and Moon, they weren't going to rush out and buy games that were essentially the same thing. You got a Super Nintendo. That's awesome, Tracy. That's awesome. Congratulations. Oldest system that I own is a Xbox, like an original Xbox. The reason you think Gen 5 is the most hated region is because, NGL, it seems, like most Pokemon fans, that didn't start with Kanto, started with Sinnoh. Most of the kids that started with Sinnoh despise Gen 5 for some reason. Interesting. That actually kind of lines up. Like, that's really weird to think, but that actually kind of lines up with a lot of my friends' opinions on it. Because for the most part, like, I said this before, most of my friends joined with Gen 3. Some of them with Gen 2, but that's like if your older sibling already had a Game Boy. So you had Gen 2 to play it in some form. But most of them was like your first system was a GBA, and you got, you know, Ruby or Sapphire as like your first game. And most of those people that I talked to enjoyed Gen 5, like, really liked it. But yeah, the people that I know who really dislike it are the ones who started with Sinnoh. That's really interesting to think about. Started with Sinnoh, Unova is really good. Well, there you go. Breaking that possibility. I don't know. Everyone's obviously got their own reasons for it, so it's not like something you can really just categorize straight up. But that is interesting that I have definitely noticed that pattern. Like, now that you've pointed it out, I can definitely see that pattern among my friends at least. I'm one of the seemingly rare people who loves both Unova and Sinnoh, but started with Unova. Interesting. What's up, Dragon Developer? You're back again. Welcome back, Cordell. How's it going, man? Burb is back. Welcome back, Burb. But yeah, that's really interesting. I definitely really like Sinnoh. I haven't given Unova a great shot yet. Like, I haven't actually played through the whole thing. I need to. I need to get momentum in terms of just playing Pokemon games and actually go into the game and play it. Honestly, the only thing, and I've pointed this out and gotten flack from you guys about it, but I stand by it until, like, I stand by it with the fact of, like, I still just need to get used to it. But my first impressions are I'm not a fan of the art. Just because I've seen the 3D games and I'm used to this, like, completely sprite-driven games. So the, like, full animation of, like, the battle sprites and the weird, like, semi-3D, like, 2.5D world that the sprites are put on top of feels weird to me, but again, by the time I play more than the first, like, town, I should be more used to it. Your favorite region is Hoenn. Agreed, Tracy. Same. First region I played. It's the region I got back into Pokemon with, too, with Alpha Sapphire, so for me, overall, like, Hoenn is my favorite region. Even if my favorite game may, like, specifically game be Sun. Oh man, my nose itches. As always, I don't know why I didn't point it out at this point. The new version of Ruby is your main game, Omega Ruby? Fair enough. Alpha Sapphire was definitely my main for a while, but I put it down for a while because my 3DS started acting up. But it started working again miraculously right around the time that that Gen 7 came out, and then Sun became definitely my main game. Hitting 1,000 hours. Mildly ridiculous. Just slightly. What's up, Adriel? Welcome to the stream. Just got Shiny Crystal and Lombre back to back today, or Crystal and Lombre back to back today. Nice. I still think 5th gen had the best graphics. Like, they wanted to try distancing it from Gen 4 graphics since it was the 2nd gen on the DS, and the effort they put into it shows. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, like, the world and stuff looks so well done. I do give them that. The thing is, it's just the sprites don't have shading on them to make it look like they're in the world. The world is very reminiscent to me of, like, what I get, like, what the style of Paper Mario looks like, where it just kind of looks like the sprites are pasted on top of a 3D world to me. Again, this is just me, like, not really used to it, and I'm kind of used to the 3D models. So it might just be that. I could honestly probably go back to Gen 4 and say the same thing. I haven't done that in a while. But that was just my, like, first impression. But it's definitely something I feel like I'd get used to by the time I actually played through it. Emerald's your favorite Pokemon game because of the Pokemon duplication glitch. I mean, that's a reason. You have all Mega Stones, and you have to go eat something back. Alright, see you later, Tracy. See you later. You love sprites and love the moving sprites in Gen 5. Yeah, I mean, like, it's impressive they were able to do that and all that. I don't know, again, I just need to give the game more of a chance so I can actually kind of get used to it. It's just jarring having skipped it and gone back to it, I feel. What's up, Adion? Welcome to the stream. You're away in England for the weekend right now to watch football. Sweet. Sweet. Hope you're having a good time. You guys having issues with the Festival Plaza? Interesting. Interesting. I know Mel was trying to play with Alan the other day, and she was using Moon and he was using Ultra Sun, and they couldn't connect. For whatever reason. Like, I know those games are supposed to be able to communicate, but they seemed to be having problems with it. Like, they could both connect to the plaza, but they couldn't find each other, which is really weird. So I don't know, maybe Festival Plaza's having an issue. You're in England right now, so you can donate stuff. Really? So it's completely region-based on that, in that respect. That's weird. That's really weird that, like, it's obviously not, like, account-based, like, oh, you're here or whatever. It's legitimately just, like, you're currently in whatever country, so you can do it. That's interesting. Yeah, but I don't know why you wouldn't be able to trade between the originals and Ultra or communicate through Festival Plaza. Because the games can communicate at least locally, I know. Easy ways to make money as a kid? I don't know. I always looked that stuff up and I could never find anything that wasn't Super Sketch. Like, you know, those kind of things where it's like, this is probably a virus. It's hard. You just, like, if you can find, like, a little, like, kid business to do or something for neighbors and whatnot, then that's probably the best way to go about it. Because, yeah, there's definitely, like, a limitation to what kind of, like, a job you can get when you're younger. It's annoying. Oh, yeah. Ah, sorry, guys. I don't know why. You're both an Ultra Sun, huh? Maybe is Festival Plaza having problems, then? That's really weird. That's really weird that you guys can't find each other. Still no shiny Sabertooth dog. No shiny Sabertooth tiger quite yet. Still going for it, and we're still going for that little lizard as well. Maybe because your Plaza level's just at 2. No, that wouldn't be it, because I do not use the Festival Plaza at all. And, like, I'm able to connect to things just fine. That is really weird. And you've, like, gone in and, like, set the connection inside of Festival Plaza to internet. Weird. Weird. Oh, you guys got it! Awesome! Awesome! Wish you luck, multiple. Thank you, Darklim. I appreciate it. I can use all the luck I can get at this point. I would love to get Charmander before it passes either Uncatchable Zigzagoon or Treecko. So we got like 100 encounters left as far as that is concerned. And Raikou, I just want to show up at any time now. I don't want it to pass Poipole. That would be my goal now, I guess, is don't let Raikou pass Poipole and don't let Charmander pass Zigzagoon. Joint Avenue is much better than Festival Plaza. I do not like Festival Plaza. I am not a fan. My playthrough of the game probably made that very clear. I was not having it. I did not like it. What's up, Ant1Bomb DBZ? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Not a fan either. It's just, for me, like, Festival Plaza in general isn't, like, using it to trade, like, I have no qualms with, like, it as a place to trade. It's just that tutorial you have to go through to use it at all is obnoxious. Especially when, like, I was trying to get, like, 3 starters across, and I, like, just restarted the game each time. I spent 10 minutes doing Festival Plaza, and it took 40 minutes overall to get them. Like, it was a significant chunk of my time. That long tutorial. Yeah, like, that's the thing, is like, I don't use those features. Like, I have never used Festival Plaza for anything other than just quick trading. Pokepelago, on the other hand, fantastic. I use it all the time. It's where I get all my berries, stuff like that. That makes sense. Festival Plaza, though, it's like, you can decorate it and do all that stuff, and it's just like, I'm never there enough to care about it. Decorating character and stuff would make sense if I wasn't boring about that. But, like, the Festival Plaza itself, I don't know anyone who spends enough time there to need that. Like, the longest you're there is when you're having issues connecting with people. Like, the only time you're there for an extended period of time is when it's not working. Pokepelago wasn't that bad. No, like I said, I enjoy Pokepelago. It's got, like, most of the islands are useful. There's a couple, like, the, like, leveling up the training island that I never use, but, like, you know, the beans, the berries, the, like, the cave, like, you know, where you can get all the, like, thing where you can, like, have the mine and stuff and bring back items. All of those are useful. I've found legitimate uses for all of them. Or for most of the islands. So I really haven't had many concerns as far as that goes. Yeah, it was not that bad. Like I said, I agree. I loved Pelago. Love Pelago. It's Festival Plaza that I don't like. It was very useful. Yeah, exactly. You're back. Welcome back, Space Poochyena. How are you doing? Have you been able to find Thundurus? Still looking for Thundurus. Hope you find it soon, man. Hope you find it soon, Poochyena. Sorry if I'm being quiet. I don't know. I felt like I heard footsteps. Like, coming down the stairs a little while ago. But, like, no one's come in, so I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just hearing things. Maybe it's the dogs. For the PSS, for X and Y to do trading, I never really used that one. Because, like, at that point, I, like, didn't have a lot of things to trade with people and stuff. Like, I was able to catch most of the stuff on my own, and I wasn't so hardcore about it that I, like, needed to do all that. I think I used it, like, once or twice, and it was definitely worth it. You know, it got me the rest of my Ho index and stuff, but was never ultimately that concerned about it. And, yeah, so I've definitely ended up using Festival Plaza more just because I've been more into the game this time around. You gotta go. Alright, see you later, Cookie. See you later. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Thanks for coming through the raid. It was awesome they were able to help out a little bit with the decks. You're back. Welcome back, Tracy. I'm sorry to do that, Tracy. I'm sorry. Nice stream. I'll try to catch another one later. Awesome, Cookie. Glad to hear it. Glad you liked it. And I can't wait to see you again. If Thunders does not show up, he'll flip your lid. Hey, I hope it shows up soon for you. I'm really mad. I mean, hey, it's gotta show up soon. It's gotta show up soon. There's only so many times it can be not it, right? You need to make $10. For what? Ah, Gmod. Cool. I understand that. Gmod is a fun game. It's a fun game when you have the friends to play it with. At least in my opinion. I know a lot of people who are probably pretty hardcore into it, even without, like, just, or with, like, playing with, you know, random people online and stuff. But that's definitely one of those games that I enjoy the most when I'm playing, like, at a LAN party, just with a bunch of friends and stuff. I wish you could donate, but it's your dad's card on your phone, and he'll ask, why are you giving money to strangers? I understand that entirely. Don't worry about it at all, man. Don't worry. The reaching gets away, now your dad. Hey, it's all good, dude. It's all good. It's all good. I'm just glad you're able to watch. Can we do a raid tonight? Maybe. Maybe. If we can find someone to. And, like, if the stream is above, like, 10 people or so. Because last night it dipped to, like, I think 7 or so before I even ended. So, I'm not 100% sure on that. But, like, yeah, we can definitely do it if we've got enough people to. So chill today, more than normal, really? I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired. The past few weeks have been so hectic. I don't know. I'm finally, like, I've still got a lot I gotta do as far as, like, setting up the basement and stuff. Most of it's to the point it's kind of waiting on this desk, so there's a little bit of, like, kind of, this is the downtime. So I don't know. Maybe I am a little bit more chill right now, or maybe I'm just a little bit tired. I don't know. Either way, I don't know. I guess that's a good thing. It's better than, like, freaking out over every little detail and stuff. Because, you know, I'm kind of, at this point, it's like summer break from the school's going on and all that, and it's this little gap I have, like, between, it's like the gap I have between school and starting work, so, I don't know, it's definitely that time where I feel like I can be a little bit more chill. If there was such a time. Someone to raid in mind? Alright, who is it? Who is it? No one raided last time? Yeah, that was really awkward. Like, I didn't even end up hopping into the chat, but yeah, like, legitimately no one was there, so I was like, I don't know if I'll say anything. I do remember that, and that's kind of why I've been hesitant about it, to be completely honest. It's like, I think that's happened, what, 2 times? Either that's happened 2 times now, or like 1 time it just didn't show up, I forget. Okay, Chris, streaming? Cool, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. We'll look again in like 15-ish minutes, I want to say. Make sure she's still streaming, or as well stream egg, because that's what we were trying to raid last time, yeah. We could possibly do stream egg. I don't know, again, I'll look and see who's all going when we get closer to that point. Watch her streams? I've watched a couple. I know Mel's seen a few as well. I'll be honest, I haven't watched nearly as many shiny hunting streams recently as I normally do. Stream Egg just went live? Okay. Okay, possibly. I feel like we might raid Stream Egg just to kind of make up for last time. When we weren't able to. Or when we tried to, but no one did. Raid already? I mean, yeah, like 20 minutes in. We could do that. We could do that. Hey, there have been streams where I've been raided in, like, the minutes leading up to it starting. Like, or the minutes after it starting. I think Taiwan's done that a couple times. Like, he hopped in and, like, raided nearly right at the start. Burbo? What does Burbo mean, or is it just Burbo? No context needed. Okay. All right. Nothing we say is in context ever. Never. Honestly, about half the stuff isn't, like, just completely random. Not even what I say sometimes. No, yeah. Imagine the streams or any like response that I gave without like reading the message out loud from back before they started doing the live chat replay. Like, imagine how many of those messages are completely out of context. Rip 80 on. Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good, dude. You don't gotta worry about any of that, man. I appreciate the thought. Raccoons are cool, to be honest. Still no context involved. I mean, they can be pretty cool. Okay, that reminds me though of a post I saw one time on Reddit that was like a dude talking about his cars and stuff. And he's just like, casual picture of like the garage raccoons. And everyone's like, hold up. Because he just had like the one picture and went on about it. And then he was like, yeah, they're like raccoons that pretty much just decided to start hanging out in his garage. And so he's like, cool. And now they're like allowed in his house and stuff. And it's like, alright. And like, it was just so casual the way he was talking about it. And everyone was like, hold on, what? What are you talking about? Like, yeah, we just have these raccoons that walk around and stuff. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Just, oh yeah, right. No actual context for any of that. First time you're in England in over a year. It is still really weird that, like, that's the line. Like, that's how small the line is of, like, it's allowed there, but not back home. And it makes sense. I can see why, though. It's monetary stuff. If they don't have, like, if they're not set up to take money in whatever, you know, X location, then they can't, and they won't. But yeah, as soon as you, like, hop the line a little bit, it's fine. Even if the line is minimal. Don't really like this line. A frustrating one, indeed. Sometimes you won't read something and you respond to it without context. Yeah, I've definitely done that. I've definitely done that, especially with some longer and some shorter. Like, if the message is really long or the message is really short, I'll do that sometimes. Can't even be money exporters properly. Extorters? Oh, okay. They can't just take it at all properly. The people watching the archive are like, what? I mean, that's what happens with live streams, especially, you know, before they did the live chat replay. That's why they added it. It'd been, like, a very requested feature, I imagine. And yeah, so they finally actually added it, which is nice. I'm glad they did. It puts them one step closer to competing with Twitch, to be honest. And I don't know, there have definitely been points I considered switching over to Twitch, especially, you know, back when I had to. But I don't know, I'm still just way more used to YouTube, so I kind of stick with it. I'm glad that they're improving it as they go along, because YouTube gaming is still relatively new. Like, you have to give them credit that they're still working on it and all that. And they're trying. They're definitely trying, at least on that front. Taking off on planes is so fun, like on the runway when you're going really quick just before you take off. That part's fun. I'm not a fan of heights, so the in-the-air part tends to be a little bit more stressful. For the most part, it's okay, but I am definitely not the one begging for the window seat. And Lofty, your cousin 56, we live all night. Thank you for the sub, I appreciate it. So because so many people can finally understand the context of the stream without respond to the question. Is responding to with context. Yeah, I mean, it definitely adds that. And still, most of the time, people end up reading it out, especially when the chat's moving more slowly. It's like, hey, I can read it. Because I feel like that's the times that I end up, like, not reading it, is if I'm trying to catch a message that's, like, scrolling by at the last second. It's like, hey, I'll just read that in my head and respond to it. You know? Stuff like that. How would the world look without raccoons? I don't know, I feel like it'd be a much more bleak place. Like, who would want all raccoons gone? Some of them are jerks, but I feel like as a whole. I don't mind being in the air, the wind seat is the best. Although ears pop, which kind of hurts. I mean, that's gonna happen to everyone. That's just how pressure works at that level. But no, I'm not a heights person. Not a heights person. I'm far enough off the ground with my feet still planted on it. So adding more to that's not fun. Flew all the way to Europe and couldn't fall asleep, and all on the plane, even though a crap ton of people fell asleep. I mean, yeah, I mean, when a flight's that long, it tends to be like the best way to pass time. It's just pass out. Watch a bunch of movies. I mean, that's the other way to really pass it. Once the flight's long enough that you get like free movies and whatnot, that's always nice. Nobody would like it. Yeah, I mean, how could you live without some raccoons? Like, I feel like people don't like there are people who don't like them. But I still feel like you gotta accept them being here to some extent. Patriotic, is Americans being super patriotic just a stereotype? I mean, the, like, level that you kind of see on the internet is definitely a stereotype and, like, almost like a joke to some extent, like the heck yeah America stuff. But there's definitely a level of it. I feel like most people have it to some extent, depending on, you know, politics and stuff mess with that, but to some extent I feel like people can at least respect it a little bit, I guess. I don't know. I definitely don't have any kind of opinions on countries outside of the US. I've never left. So, there's that. I don't mind being here. I watched Fantastic Beasts, Doctor Strange, Assassin's Creed, all in one plane ride. Yeah, I mean, it's what, like a 9-hour flight or something? Depending on where you land. And depending on where you take off from, too. But, I need to watch Doctor Strange. I actually started, like, the first 5 minutes of it today on Netflix. But I gotta actually finish it up. And sit down and watch it. It was hard to do, because the movie, I guess, it either just starts out quietly, or Netflix in general is like, hey, we're gonna make this really quiet. Because I try not to I try to keep, like, my volume settings on my TV all, like, set properly without having to change them. And, like, stand-up special I was watching, I could hear fine. Doctor Strange, could barely hear. Stuff like that. It's weird, and I also had my computer running, rendering a video out, like, rendering the Lugia hunt out, so, like, the fans were going pretty hard. So it was hard to hear, so I could actually watch the rest of it. Haven't seen that? Yeah, I haven't seen it either. Like, that's why I'm starting it now. Should visit Canada someday? Maybe. Maybe. Watched Homecoming on the plane, too. Homecoming was great. So good. I get that, Adion. There's definitely a level where you're eventually, like, you kind of want the politics to go away and stuff. It gets complex and all that. I understand that. Well, after your Cousin 56, we alive all night. What is up? Welcome. You're shiny hunting, shiny restaurant. Well, good luck, man. Good luck. I hope you find it super quickly. Gotta agree, you enjoyed it. Same. One of my friends didn't really like it. Would have preferred more of an origin, like a true origin story again. But I feel like Marvel knew that they had already done that twice. So doing it again maybe it was a bit more than was needed. Like, I feel like most people who have been really dedicated to the MCU have also seen, like, those first two, like, Spider-Man attempts. Like, you know, the Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. Like, I feel like most people have seen those at this point. So Marvel's like, we don't need to repeat that. We don't need to rehash that. Let's just, like, talk about the other Spider-Man. You know, his suit and all that. Don't like using caps, but it emphasized the point well. You think, oh, I get that. No, like, caps for emphasis makes sense. As long as it's not all message all the time. Watch all 7 Harry Potter movies, that is crazy. I haven't seen I haven't seen either of the parts for Deathly Hallows. Like, I've seen 1 through 6, but I never saw 7 part 1 or 2. Mainly, I didn't see part 1, and then I was offered to, like, go see part 2. I was like, I haven't seen the first one. Not that it would have mattered, I read the books, but... Yeah, so I never ended up seeing those, and honestly, I haven't been too terribly interested in watching them. I know they're probably good, though. I just never got around to seeing them. Haven't seen all of them. Yeah, so, like, same. Star Wars Marathon on plane if you ever have an extremely long flight. That would sound like a plan. $10-hour plane ride, you imagine... You managed to watch all 8? I guess? I don't know. I guess, yeah, if they're not... They aren't quite, They're less than 2 hours apiece. So I guess that makes sense. They had the first 6 on the plane? I'm assuming you had the other 2? Oh, Star Wars, okay. That makes more sense then. Only gonna cross the Atlantic once from Barbados to England. You watched Spy Good. You watched Spy, which is a good film in your opinion? Okay. Yeah, farthest I've gone on a plane is like cross country. Want to see the new Star Wars Episode 8? I thought it was... My opinion on it was good movie, not a great Star Wars movie. I think that was a opinion kind of shared by a lot of people. I don't know, Solo's coming out soon. I'm interested in that one. Do I have the Shiny Charm? I do not yet. I need to get it, but I'm gonna have to do that after the stream, before tomorrow's stream. I'm like 20 Pokemon away from it, so starting tomorrow you'll be way more likely to find it. Watch Rogue One again. I watched it once in theaters, and I watched it again on Netflix later. Alright guys, we're getting close enough to the end. Time to find that raid we're looking for. Like some parts of The Last Jedi, it was alright. I know it wasn't a bad movie, it was just, again, I don't know, I felt personally some of the humor in it wasn't Star Wars humor so much, you know? If that makes sense. Yeah, so Stream Eggs Live, we can totally grab.
It's days weeks for me.
There we go. There we go. We good. We got it. Plane rides are good for watching movies you haven't seen. Yeah, I mean, you've got nothing to distract you, so you're good to go there. You've officially spent the entire stream trying to design a gym leader for your fan-made Pokemon region. Hey, I mean, hey, at least you're putting, like, the time into it. Because it would be more, like, it would be more concerning, I feel, if you had designed all 8 of them in the stream. Or, like, drawn all 8 of them or something. It's definitely, I feel like, way more worth it to put in all the time. Some of the Porg humor felt overdone. Porgs honestly weren't that bad in my opinion. I know a lot of people didn't like them and felt it was just Disney cashing in, and definitely it was Disney taking the opportunity to. But I feel like there was a legitimate reason behind it of, like, they couldn't get rid of the puffins on the island they were filming on, so may as well just design them into something that's marketable. So Porgs came to be, for the most part, I felt like it wasn't too overdone, in my opinion. But I can see where people were coming from with that. For me, it was more the, for example, like, the humor in the very first scene. Like, that just didn't feel Star Wars to me. Like, the kind of humor where it breaks out more than, like, one-liners or something, and it kind of feels like that comedy takes over the whole scene outside of, like, developing characters more so than just like, let's get some laughs. Favorite starter? Rowlet, straight up. Rowlet's my favorite Pokemon, so it's definitely going to be my favorite starter as well. Laughed at a few of the pork parts. Yeah, I mean, I laughed at some of them too. Just, again, minor moments. I was like, there's like, it just felt like the humor kept taking me out of it. You're basing your design on the most pretty Ice-type Pokemon I've ever existed, Alolan Ninetales. I just can't get her hairstyle right. I imagine that's gotta be the toughest part, right? That and outfit, which is, to be honest, most of the design, but like, I imagine those parts would have to take a little while. Alright guys, this is going to be our last Charmander encounter for the night. We'll do our normal Bulbasaur to wrap it up as well, is just get a few more Raikou encounters in for the day. I always tend to prefer films in the cinema because everyone was laughing and cheering. Yeah, when you're with a group and stuff, it's more acceptable to do the laughing and cheering and all that. And in general, when you're in a group, you're more likely just to do that. You feel more inclined to. It definitely makes for a different experience when you have a whole bunch of people there enjoying the same thing you are. But alright guys, we unfortunately didn't find Charmander today. We're gonna keep going, wrap up here with our normal Bulbasaur to end it, along with a couple more Raikous. I think we can get 2 more in. I think we can get this one and 1 more. Alright, one last chance with Raikou. As we do Bulbasaur as well. Yeah, I got Stream Eggs link. I got Stream Eggs link for the raid. So don't go anywhere quite yet. We will be raiding Stream Egg 17 here once we get there. I thought I encountered the Raikou too early. For a second, I was like, wait a minute. But alright, guys. Here we go. Moment of truth. Raikou is dropping in, and we are looking at the Bulbasaur now. Bulbasaur is not shiny. And neither is Raikou. So thank you to everyone that tuned into the stream, everyone that subscribed. So always thank you to everyone in chat, and a big thank you to Kanto Tyree for that raid. I do appreciate it. But like I said, we are raiding Stream Egg, and I will be back on hunting again tomorrow. So until next time, guys, take care.